Hey everyone, for this tutorial all you need is a yoga strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a piece of rope, a tie to a robe, a scarf, basically anything that is over a meter in length and that you can have a little bit of flexibility with. So go ahead and find yourself an item to use for this tutorial and I'll meet you back on your mat. So let's get started. This is a brief tutorial to show you my favorite stretch for the shoulders. And that's probably what I use my strap for the most in my yoga practice. I'll do this stretch in the middle of my office day. I work from a home office and it's a fantastic way for me just to kind of release my shoulders back into their neutral alignment. You can do this stretch from your paddle board, using your paddle. You can do it in the middle of a seminar if you're a student. Basically, anytime, anywhere, you can fit this one in. It doesn't have to be on your yoga mat. So, to do this, go ahead and take your item in front of you and stretch your arms out so that you have about 1 meter's distance between your hands. Now, the alignment is really important, so I want you to actually stand in what we call Tadasana, which is mountain pose. So your feet roughly hips distance apart, maybe slightly wider, but running parallel to one another. Then once you get there, move up through your legs, making your legs nice and strong, and drop your tailbone down toward your heels. Keep that. Hug the shoulders more to the back of the body, so that's a retraction of the shoulder blades, the scapula, on your back body. The rhomboids help that action. Often we're too protracted, leading to kyphosis, that rounding of the upper back. So retract your shoulders. And then the second thing is to retract the head, often more in forward head carriage, through driving the car, texting on the phone, working on the computer, all of these actions that put us in this poor alignment. So by retracting the shoulders and retracting the head, we've moved into what I call this neutral alignment position. So let's keep that. Now pull the strap a little tighter between your arms until, if it were to be plucked, it would almost make a sound. To pull, you'll notice a few things happening. One, you're firing a lot of muscles in the arms, all the way to where that strength is stemming from, your deep core and your back. So start to feel those muscles activating, but notice your wrists. We don't want them to cock out. Keep your wrists neutral. That's a lot of information. Let's just go through that checklist. Press your feet. Drop your tailbone. Retract the shoulders. Retract the head. Pull the strap. Find your breath. And with your next inhale, lift the strap into the overhead plane. With your exhale, slowly release the strap all the way forward and down to the thighs. Inhale, lift the strap into the overhead plane. Exhale to release. We'll do 10 like this, 8 more to go. If you're feeling like you're already ready to add on, instead of going just to the overhead plane, go back a few inches till you find that sticky spot. It'll feel quite good. And then release. I invite you to just soften your eyes. Deepen your breath. And what we're doing here is rebalancing the entire shoulder girdle. Those are all the muscles that support the attachment of the scapula to the back body and support the full range of motion of the shoulder movement, and specifically of the head of the humerus into the socket. So you can really start to feel some opening happening both at the front and the back. Let's take our last 3. In your last 2, just go through that bucket list again, check your alignment. Feet, tailbone, shoulders, head. And you're finishing your last one, you can shake it out. For me, I really feel my deltoids, the outer arm up here, firing, just from that pulling action. So it's nice to take a little break between sides, or not sides, but reps. So rep 2, We go a little bit deeper, we move into our full rotation now. So start with the strap in front of you, same thing, but you might need to lengthen out the distance between your hands just a tiny bit. With your inhale, lift the strap into the overhead plane. With your exhale, once you get to that sticky place, you might need to stop there, go a bit further than the first round, or you're invited to go all the way down. Again, take as much space between the hands as you need. So you're working with your breath, full rotations now. A few things that you'll notice. Keep going while I talk. Every time you get into the back plane, the ribs will want to move forward. That just means that you've got tight shoulders, and this exercise is really good for you. So once you're in the back plane, again, drop the tailbone, and this time try to soften the ribs in. So you're keeping this neutral alignment as you move into that new plane of movement. So we're all doing slightly different timing here. My goal was about 10 rounds, so I'd say you're on your last 2 or 3 or 4. So just finish a few more here. These full, deep rotations. I'm going to take my final one. So from the front, inhaling, lifting all the way up overhead, keeping the tension on the strap as I release all the way back. And then again, inhaling all the way up overhead, keeping the tension on the strap as I release forward, and then letting it all go. You can release your hands. You might have a bit of tension in the hands from that, maybe a bit of self-massage because you're holding that strap pretty tight. Nice work. And that is such an amazing go-to. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you use it on a regular basis. Thanks for tuning in.